welcome to the Zadzooks Happy Hour, a podcast providing commentary on the latest in film, TV, games, and comics. My name is Todd Stoll, and I'm joined by 25-year veteran reporter covering pop culture, video games, and technology for the Washington Times, Joseph Zadkowski.
Hey. Oh, man.
Are we here?
Yeah, we're here. Keep an eye on that.
Okay, I got nothing else to do.
Okay. How was your gig? It was great, right?
It was as good as it was 10 minutes ago.
All
That's
right. Okay. Let's jump into these things.
Okay.
I'm a little... we're annoyed because our recorder
Our
just
high-end
crashed.
technology.
Just crashed. All right. Which one do you want to do here first? You want to do...
No, let's do the post.
Okay. So you're gonna...
You watched it too.
I did.
Didn't you?
Oh, I did.
But you're depressed.
Man.
Listen, first of all, this is Steven Spielberg.
I know.
He can do no wrong.
Well...
And it's Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
is a snapshot in history.
I know.
It's in some respects, listen, I hate the Washington Post, but this is a snapshot.
Speaking
of
from
history.
somebody who works for the competition.
Well, sorry, when I got here from Chicago, I actually gravitated toward the Washington Times. I didn't know anything about either paper. Could care less.
I'm gonna blow your mind. On Friday, I saw somebody buying an actual copy of the newspaper.
Wow.
First time I've ever seen that.
$1.50.
Boom.
Man.
Head exploded.
So anyway, this is a great story about the Pentagon Papers. I mean, and if you think about it in that respect, it's a pretty cool movie, number one. And number two, it's about a woman who really gets herself in a position of power and has to make some hairy decisions right out of the box.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
listen,
vintage newsroom.
it is. And
it's really happened.
I'm so sick of the news that it was...
You're so sick of the news, you don't even like old news. Is that where you're at with this?
No, I'm just sick of hearing about the Washington Post all the time. You know what I mean?
So first of all, in the package, which I don't think I put in here, there is a buy to buy the Post. There's an advertisement.
Shut up.
in
Really?
here. Right, yeah. Which I thought was pretty funny, okay?
Now, was it a joke?
No.
It was a real...
It's an insert. Get a discount on buying digital version of the
So what do you
Post.
think it was? Do you think that they, part of the licensing for this movie was that they had to include a copy? Or do you think Bezos just, said, I won't sell this on Amazon?
Yeah, unless they put... Yeah.
Unless you put an insert in
I'm
it.
sure. It's absolutely whorish. And did you watch any of the features?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you see the feature where at the end the cast and crew were all given a complimentary subscription to the Washington Post on the set, and they were all very excited about it?
You didn't hear the eye roll from my house to yours,
Okay, so
or
you did see it.
the hand slap?
Yeah.
Because that was just so stupid.
Here's the positives about this movie. Okay, first of all, it's beautifully shot.
Yes.
It looks great.
Yes.
Even though we know what's going to happen, it's still exciting. And for one of the first times ever, I think, in a long time, Bob and Dave were on the screen at the same time.
Oh, really?
What? Bob Odenkirk?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay,
That comedy duo.
I thought you were talking about somebody else.
What's Dave's last name?
Oh, dude, don't do this to me.
This is not good. You should know this.
You put this on the spot
You're
for me.
good.
Hold on, man.
Bob Odenkirk and Dave.
He's not on the credits. It was... Oh.
Anyway, the funny thing is Spielberg had no idea that these two were a famous comedy duo when he cast them, which is pretty freaking awesome if you ask me. They both play seasoned veteran reporters, and Odenkirk's the one who plays the reporter who got to Daniel Ellsberg.
It's David Cross, man. I don't know why
There
I
you
blanked
go.
on that.
Anyway, that's a positive watching this movie unroll. They have a lot of good actors in it.
Yes, okay.
And one of my favorites is in it. So come on.
Dude, Tom Hanks?
No. The guy who's in everything.
I know. Again.
Michael
Stuhlbarg.
Stuhlbarg is in the movie
I know.
again. He's the New York Times editor.
I really liked Odenkirk.
Yeah,
in
was
this.
he was.
I wish he was in more
Yeah.
movies.
So there, it's not that bad.
No, it's just, man, I don't care. I'm just done with the news, and I it's like drawing similarities to like whatever is going on right now, and it's so toxic, and I'm so done with it. And I just like
it's the features get a little preachy, but they're not too preachy.
No,
either.
I mean, and that's the only thing that I would say about this movie. It didn't make it preachy. It was very much a factual representation.
Right.
But it still was hard to be like, oh, doesn't this seem very familiar?
Right.
So it's
okay.
Yeah.
And it was a full screen presentation, so it looks great on the TV.
So why is there no 4K?
I'm starting to get the feeling that studios are starting to be a little more picky on what they release.
But
wasn't this was released in 4K?
Okay, it was.
It was.
Because I was going to say, this is a pretty big movie.
Yeah, it was released in 4K. But the interesting thing about it, do you really need to see that movie in 4K?
No.
You don't.
No, because I think movies that are in 4K, the best movies are probably the ones that are CG.
This should have been in 4K. This
12
would have
strong?
looked pretty great.
I probably would have wet my pants.
I
mean, there's some tense scenes in that one for sure.
So let's move on to that one.
Okay. So Thor
Yes.
is now carrying a gun.
Awesome. On horseback.
No
less.
And Michael Shannon, my boy.
My other boy.
Yeah, my boy, Michael Shannon.
In any movie, you will always either see Michael Stuhlbarg
or Michael Shannon.
But
let me ask you a question. Which one's the better actor?
I like Shannon.
Yeah, man. He's got the range, and he's solid. Michael Peña's in this.
Yep.
So
it's a true story of a dozen grizzled U.S. Special Forces warriors who get dropped into Afghanistan after
it's basically
after 9/11.
Shortly thereafter,
and they basically do the first strike back against the Taliban and Al Qaeda, whatever it's called. And they try and basically these guys take over a city with help from the local warlords in like 3 weeks.
Right.
They take back a city.
And they're called the horse soldiers.
Yes.
Because they primarily ride on horseback.
That's right. And it's true. And it's really great because there's a lot of great action scenes in this movie.
Yep. The only thing that bummed me out was it's a post 9/11.
You won't watch that.
Anything that has to do with 9/11 is just it's tough. It's tough to watch. The acting is really fine in this. The action sequences.
It's so insane that they can sit there and call in airstrikes like that to watch some of the technology from that.
I mean,
is amazing.
My brother-in-law who was in Afghanistan, he showed me some declassified footage that some people had put out, and he's like, watch these guys go up around here, and he's like, see the guy standing by the goat?
Yeah.
Well, the guy that's in the lead, he's calling this in, and you're not going to hear anything. They're going to fire it from like 350 miles away, and it's precision guided.
Wow.
And they're standing in the bushes. The guy's maybe 500 feet away, and the guy who's got the guns, who's Taliban, gone. And the guys in the bushes, not touched.
Unbelievable.
And it's at night. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. I mean, modern warfare has become so insane that at some point, like, you got to think that all they're going to take is introducing like strong machines, and you're gonna start, Americans are gonna be Cyberdyne units, man. It's crazy.
These actors are based on real people. That's also what's interesting.
Yes, but it's not. This is the one thing that I never really got, and I didn't get a chance to check all the features. So correct me if I'm wrong. Their names are not. Are they declassified, the names?
Yes.
Okay.
But for some reason, the actors in the movie don't have the same names as the real people.
Okay, that was what was throwing me off.
I don't understand why they did that. It makes no sense.
I mean, unless they're not declassified.
Well, they are because they appear in the featurette.
Right.
With the real guys appear in the featurette and talk about the mission. So, yeah.
So what did you think of Hemsworth's American accent?
I didn't notice it, so therefore it was fine.
Okay.
I didn't find it annoying or anything wrong there. So I once again enjoyed the movie, and it is a long movie.
Well, it's a Jerry Bruckheimer production.
That's right. So things blow up.
Yep, he's good at doing that.
It's over 2 hours.
I liked it. Again, it's just hard to watch movies post 9/11. Shortly thereafter,
Too soon? Too soon?
Nah, man. It's just not my thing.
But I didn't know anything about it, so it was interesting to me.
For me, it's like a B plus.
Right.
I think the post.
No Infinity Wars.
I think the post is like a B for me.
So you can't watch Infinity Wars either because some buildings went down in New York City.
I can watch Infinity Wars. I know the difference.
In Age of Ultron,
yeah.
Slovakia, or in the Avengers original.
I'm okay.
You're okay with that?
I'm okay.
A lot of civilian casualties. Probably more than 9/11.
I'm going to tell you something. I already know how Infinity Wars ends, and it's stupid.
Don't bring it up.
I'm stupid pissed about it.
Okay. We'll deal with that in weeks coming.
I'm just going to say this because you know people are going to die.
Of course.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you this. They're all tied to Infinity Stones. They can come back.
And this is the other thing that pisses me off. Of the people who died, they're already slated in production for their next movies.
Okay.
I mean, there's a fair amount of people that die. I'm going to tell you that.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know why you do that to yourself.
There's 6
How
or 7.
can you go and see the movie now? What's the point?
No, because it doesn't. Because you know what? It's at the very, very end, and it goes to black shortly thereafter. So there's not really anything to ruin the movie for me.
Right. And no Hawkeye. That's what I heard. No Hawkeye or Ant-Man.
No, because but I think
that's a meaningless spoiler.
Some site that I read said that they explained why Ant-Man and Wasp weren't in it, because I guess the movie coming out takes place prior to it, and I guess they're in jail.
Right, that's right. And
so,
Hawkeye's still in jail too. After
what?
Civil War.
Did he go to jail? I thought he just walked away.
No, I thought he was in the slammer.
And somebody said that Captain America, or not Captain America, Brie Larson's
Captain Marvel
is like in it for a flash.
Okay,
but they claim that she's going to have a massive role in the next one. It beats me.
Okay,
I don't know how many more people can they add to this.
Do we know what Stan's in this movie?
No.
Is he a masseuse? Skip that.
How long is it?
The movie?
Yeah,
it's like 2.5 hours.
No.
My kids saw it last night.
And
he liked it, but he was pissed.
Was he
potentially what you were talking about? So,
okay. Well, we're gonna jump into this real quick. Domestically, it shattered. No surprise, the record.
Wow,
bringing in $250 million and $630 million worldwide.
I'm never gonna see this movie.
So let's put it to you this way: Black Panther, $1.3 million. Avengers: Infinity War in one weekend, $630.
Oh man.
Okay,
that's impressive.
So
that's insane.
I'm just trying to think. Is this movie's going to outgross everything, right?
It should, because the international really hasn't completely been counted yet, right?
So all time, if we look at all time box office, let's just do domestic. The Force Awakens was at 936.
Wow.
So let's see where if the Age of Ultron's 14th. And it's not in the top 25 yet.
It will be.
It's going to be in the top 25 on Tuesday.
That's the reason, so they can justify spending $300 million a movie.
So they filmed these two films together, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I thought so. I know that there's a lot of, there's a discussion that I guess Chris Evans' contract is up. Robert Downey Jr.'s contract is up. Scarlett Johansson's contract is up. I don't know.
They're going to be done. They're done.
They
might make guest appearances.
I can't imagine that Evans comes back, but he's a young guy.
Right.
I mean, why not? Just let it ride. I mean, that's like just cash, man.
Right.
And everybody knows him.
Right.
I don't know what's going to happen with. I'm trying to think. of the other core cast.
Mark Ruffalo. Are they ever doing a solo Hulk film?
But I mean, I kind of think Ragnarok was as close as you could get to it. Man, he's got to stick around.
Yeah.
Right? He looks like he's having a lot of fun. Tom Holland is new.
He'll be there.
So he'll be around.
He'll do at least 2 more.
Apparently, Nick Fury is in this one.
Sam Jackson's in
I
it?
thought he was dead, but... And then, he can just come and go whenever he wants.
All right, that's enough. I don't want to know anymore.
No, I'm just trying to think of, like, who's up. I think the core, the original members after whatever Avengers 4, they're up. And it's questionable whether they're going to renew. I think...
Now, my son's furious with Star-Lord, but I don't know why. And I told him, don't tell me. He's furious.
Pissed at the character? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unconsolable. So something happens. Something not good happens.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I'm not going to ruin it for you. I won't.
Why do you do that to yourself? You do that in every movie.
Because here's the problem.
Instead of just
if I don't go
enjoying
see it, then it's going to get ruined for me. So let me do it on my own terms.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It won't ruin the movie for me. I honestly think that based upon what I read, it's not a surprise anyway. I think you would kind of figure it out.
Right.
But yeah, they're all, to your point, they're all tied to Infinity. Isn't Infinity War based on a comic?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Massive.
I mean, it's just going to be really interesting to see how many more characters they can bring into this thing. I mean, what's next? Is there...
Panther.
No, I guess X-Men, right? Because technically...
X-Men...
Now that Disney owns that franchise and they own Deadpool...
Oh, that's going to be a fun movie. Seen the trailer on that one?
I'm so excited. But I heard bad things, man. I heard that they ran it through a couple screeners.
Really?
Like, test screenings.
Really?
And it freaking flopped.
Really?
I think Tim Smith may have been the one who did that. Did the first one so right. Because, they fired him.
Right. We'll see. What's up? Break?
I don't know. You want a break?
Sure.
Then we'll come back and
and we can. And I can't wait to hear about Lost in Space.
Great,
I'm
man.
Very excited.
I don't even know if I want to talk about it.
New thing on Netflix. Oh, I think you can.
All right.
Communities Digital News, built by the writers and editors that deliver the news 24 hours a day. Visit comdiginews.com. That's COMMDIGI news.com. And support the next evolution in news.
North.
Do you want to know what's awful? So it's been in the 80s in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And I'm going to this conference. 101 every day while I'm there. 101. Now, granted, it's like 12% humidity.
Right. But
Come
it's still
on,
101.
101.
Look, I was in Phoenix when it was 126. And the humidity doesn't matter at that point.
Nope.
You can't cross a street without collapsing.
I was in Las Vegas for a conference in August. And it was 122. But there was no humidity.
Right.
And it didn't matter. It was so hot. It was still hard to breathe.
Right.
And I had to walk to this place. Because no cabbie would take me because they didn't know where it was. And they couldn't figure it out. So I had to walk. It was awful.
Where was it?
It was at the city
Like
pool.
Liberace's Museum or something?
It was at a city pool, and they had conference rooms there. So every time you had to go to the bathroom, you walked into a bathroom with a bunch of naked guys in there.
So there's 100 resorts. There's 100 hotels, gambling hotels. They stick you at a city pool.
You betcha.
Awesome.
Yep. And this company was making millions.
Okay.
Making millions.
We're off topic.
Are we?
I don't know.
Really?
So how was Lost in Space on the Netflix series show kind of thing there?
I'm having a really hard
You're
time
going to
with
skip this, aren't you?
No, I'll do it. All right. So
quick.
It's 10 episodes.
Yes.
Season 1.
Too short. Needs to be 23.
Dr. Robinson is a woman. It's a role reversal.
It's a bunch of women.
Her husband is military.
Right. Does she browbeat him?
No. He's just kind of absent. He was addicted to war.
Okay.
And
aren't we all?
You have Will Robinson, you have Penny, and then you have the other sibling, which I can never remember.
Which you still haven't figured out, even though you had ample time.
Man, I don't know.
Fine.
I'm not good with names. You have
Is David Cross in it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Is Michael Shannon
No.
or Michael Stuhlbarg?
Stuhlbarg? Hey, man, not this season,
He
but
could have been.
You just don't know.
I
mean,
think
he could
he
have been.
could.
Could have been. And Dr. Smith is a woman this time around.
Right.
And played by Parker Posey. And,
Who you hate?
Well, I don't hate her as an actress. I don't
Right.
think she fits the role.
Okay.
Molly Parker is the female Dr. Smith. She's...
What was she in?
She was in Goliath.
Got it.
And man, she's been in a bunch of things. I can't think of them off the top of my head. You can IMDb her.
Okay.
The cast is pretty decent. Don't have a problem with the role reversal. They take it from the vantage point of her maternal instinct is to protect her kids, and so they leave Earth for Alpha Centauri. For a new colony because Earth is dying due to global warming. And she helps develop the spacecraft that will fly them there. And on the spacecraft, there are individual habitats. And those habitats are called Jupiter ships. And Jupiter 2.
I like her.
Right?
Yeah.
She's great.
Molly Parker.
She's great. Really good. And so the 10...
IMDb says she's extremely talented and versatile.
I would agree with that.
Okay, good.
I would agree with that.
Nice plug there.
So the premise is that they're on this ship going to Alpha Centauri for this new colony, and it's a draft. It's like a lottery, if you will. You have to test into this program.
Okay.
So it's like a colony of super geniuses. And something happens, and the main ship is attacked and starts falling apart, so everyone gets aboard their Jupiters, and they crash land on a planet which is habitable and breathable, but has its own life, and you quickly find out that this planet is unstable, and you find out through the course of the series that there's a black hole behind the sun, and that eventually everyone on the surface will be vaporized as the planet gets pulled closer and closer to the sun. So it's up to the surviving members of all of the Jupiters to come together, find fuel, and get off the planet.
Excellent.
And in the process of that, you find a robot who constantly says, "Danger, Will Robinson," but doesn't say it in the "danger, danger." It says it, "danger." You know, it talks really deep voiced, and it's kind of very creepy. But it's cool. It looks cool as hell, man. The SFX on this are really nice. The ships are awesome. The suits, the rover, the robot. It's all really well done. It's campy, and it's a little goofy at times, and I think it's sort of meant to be that way. At the end of the season, something happens, and they're truly lost in space.
Right.
Sort of following the same thing. That's my shortened version of it.
That's perfect.
Thanks,
right?
man. You know.
So, I just heard they canceled Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yep.
Went 3 seasons.
Yep.
That is such a crime.
You know what else they canceled was that Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
Oh, brother. Well,
Which I
don't
never
care
watched.
about that. But Ash is great.
Yeah.
I can't believe they would have done that.
What network was that? It wasn't Netflix, was it? I thought it was on TV somewhere.
Stars.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird because Stars has nothing going for them.
That's right. So why would they cancel this show?
Didn't they just say that Game of Thrones got pushed again? Because
Wow.
Oh no. I'm thinking of the book. He for some reason decided to write a prequel
Yeah.
and hasn't finished the last book yet.
Yeah. He's taking his time.
I guess. So
Okay.
So,
So yes for Lost in Space.
I think
Yes for Ash versus Evil Dead.
yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Have you ever watched it?
Yeah. I mean, I love the original Evil Dead, man.
Man.
I laughed through that whole movie. I thought it was so funny. I don't know. Did you think it was scary or did you think it was hilarious?
Oh, it was funny.
It was hilarious.
It was great. Yeah, and the new series is really funny.
I mean, it's just so over the top. I love it. And then there's Schitt's Creek. They finally put another season
That's
on
right.
Netflix, and
watch it.
I'm really enjoying
Yeah.
it.
It's a weird, funny show. Catherine O'Hara and Eugene Levy are really funny.
I mean, they've been together for on and off,
Yeah.
doing various roles for years and years and years. It's still really good.
Yeah.
And that got renewed for another season.
Excellent.
Yes.
So that's good.
That I saw. And of course, unfortunately, The Walking Dead did as well. But there's a lot of articles now indicating that
Did we talk about that yet?
Well, there's a lot of articles that are essentially saying The Walking Dead has completely jumped the shark and is like beyond
I agree with
repairable.
that. I can't even watch it.
Nope.
I did watch the final scene with Negan.
Who cares?
Who cares? Right.
Whatever. So he's jailed.
Now he's jailed.
Whoopee. We knew that was going to happen in the comics. So what are they going to do now? What's next season going to be?
But I don't even know her name
Is
anymore.
are they going for, is it
Glenn's girl. Who was that?
Maggie?
Maggie is now
Is she out?
Maggie's now trying to figure out a way to kill Negan
Well,
because she's still mad.
well,
I don't blame her.
She doesn't have a new contract, so she may not even be back.
Okay.
What are they going to do? Are they going to go to like the Hilltop people now? Like, what's the next? I mean, they're running out of options here. There's like 3 different wars that take place in Alexandria.
Right.
And Negan was the first one, and then there's 2 others, but the 2 other ones were never really as.
Hey, they killed Carl. I'm done.
Yeah, man. When you know what did it for me?
Thanks, Gimple.
You want to know what did it for me? When they
What?
killed Herschel.
Really? You go that far back? That was it. Wow.
Should have never killed that character. He could
He's
have been
great.
awesome throughout the entire thing.
Okay. Enough rambling.
All right, man. Good
Thank
times.
you.
Thank you. What are we doing next time? What do you got?
I really should talk about God of War. I still haven't talked about it yet.
All right.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Maze Runner, The Death Cure.
Is that the
That's
third? Is that the third one?
Third one. That's 2.5 hours. I'm just letting you know.
I'm not interested.
Okay.
I'll find something else to watch.
Genius, Albert Einstein TV show, really great.
You know, and earlier this week it was Alien Day, and all of the Alien movies were for sale for $5
Really?
on iTunes.
I didn't know that.
Everything.
Very
Prometheus, Alien, Resurrection, all of them. And
Slick.
I hope that they make the Neil Blomkamp one and that Ridley Scott backs off because I'm done with his movies. His Alien movies.
Ridley Scott's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prometheus
it's the same
was
movie.
Yeah, Prometheus was whatever. Who
Yeah.
cares? You know, go back to watch the original Alien. Aliens, in my opinion, was the best of the franchise, and he didn't direct it.
Right.
You know. Then again,
Okay.
there's going to be Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5. So
Oh, goody.
yippee! And then
Okay, man.
Iron Man 15.
Enjoy Phoenix.
Thanks. See ya.